My name's Ben, and today we've got a very special car to show you around. This is a 2022 on a 72 registration BMW M4 Competition X-Drive Convertible, and we think it's probably the nicest specification car available today, finished in black Sapphire Metallic with a two-tone Kayalmi Orange and Schwarz Black interior, full merino leather, so very, very nice, and we'll show you more of that as we go around. It's got a full BMW main dealer service history from new, and it's got some lovely features that have been added to just make it, like I say, the best looking car on the market today. And we'll start at the front end, talk you around some of those bits. So starting at the front, the first and obvious point, because it's a great contrast against the bodywork, is the BMW 50th anniversary M badges. And I just think they're such a nice badge, a big improvement over the original BMW badge. And then again, it just goes a great contrast against the sort of blacked out look of this car. So full black on the front kidney grills. You'll see in the centre of those kidney grills the forward-facing camera for the 3D surround camera system that the car's got. And then you might have already noticed at the bottom here, we've got a Maxton design splitter and side skirts, which just enhance the overall aggressiveness of the car. And then underneath, on the bottom side, underneath the number plate, on the bottom side of the left-hand side kidney grille, we've got the radar for the adaptive cruise control. This car has also got pilot assist, so it will drive itself on the motorway, which is a very clever feature. Coming to the lights, these are BMW's laser lights, so the most powerful headlights you can have on an M4, and you can tell that via the blue accents in the centre of those two LED beams there. And we've still got BMW's iconic sort of angel eye style daytime running lights around there. It's a really aggressive looking front end, and when those daytime running lights are on, you know exactly what it is behind you in the rear view mirror. We've got these beautiful, in my opinion, the nicest wheels to go with this spec of the car. So these are all gloss black with the sort of multi-spoke, almost like a spider web design wheel. I think, like I say, I think the best looking wheel to go with this design, and broken up nicely with that 50th anniversary badge in the centre. And then we've got the red painted M brake calipers behind there. Again, a beautiful contrast against that blacked out look of the car. Those extended side skirts, which I touched on briefly before. The M4 competition badge on the side wing vents there. Obviously the M-style door mirrors with that upper section going across to almost join the A-pillars. Keyless entry and exit. If you have a look at that door mirror again, you'll see the triangle in the top left for the blind spot monitoring that the car's fitted with. And then coming into this incredible interior, this is the reason we bought this car. The Kayalmi Orange and Schwarz interior is so much nicer, so much more interesting than your standard black leather interiors. And it's just beautifully contrasted with that gloss carbon fibre interior trims on the dashboard and the steering wheel. Ambient lighting as well, which is currently set to orange to go with the leather, which hopefully you can see in some of the door sections. And we'll talk more about the interior specs, but you've got these illuminated M4 badges on the seats as well, and the neck warmers being a convertible car. And you'll see the condition of the car, you can tell based on the fact that this interior strip here still has the original plastic film on from the factory. It's been incredibly well looked after. And then coming around the back end of the car, we've got this beautiful carbon fibre spoiler extension on the back boot section here. And then again, in the M badge on the back, we've got the reverse camera, which is very neatly put actually in the badge of the car. So a very cool feature there. And then coming down the bottom, we've got the Remus OPF back exhaust with remote control valves. So again, we'll show you that when we're inside the car and we've got the engine running, but an incredible exhaust system. You can either have it sounding almost like a standard M4 or obviously quite a lot deeper, quite a lot louder if you wish to do so. And then the boot, if you just pop that button, it's a very lightweight boot. You'll see it actually goes up on its own. And then we've got the roof down at the moment. If the roof was up, this sort of black plastic section here, you would be able to push out of the way to create a larger loading space, but it is a very reasonable boot, even with that roof down, as you can see it at the moment. And then the boot just pops itself back down very easily, very neatly. Parking sensors hidden in the back bumper as well, and obviously a reverse camera, as we touched on already. And then we'll jump inside and talk you through some of the interior features of the car. So starting on the driver's door card, that beautiful merino leather across the armrests, and then electrically adjustable power folding door mirrors as you would expect. Memory settings for the driver's seat over here, which is all electrically adjustable, and then the Harman Kardon tweeter for the Harman Kardon sound system that's in the car. I'll fire the car up now, so just foot on the brake, push the start button, and it will fire into life. And then We'll talk more about that exhaust system towards the end of the video, but we'll start with the interior features first of all. So this beautiful 3-spoke carbon fibre steering wheel with steering wheel heating, so I can press that button and it will turn on the heated steering wheel. On the right hand side we've got some multimedia controls for volume and controlling different various options, so skipping music track, and you can adjust what you see on the right hand side. So where you can currently see the media playing, if I press this button, I'm actually seeing it on my heads-up display at the moment because we've got the heads-up display on, but I can choose whether we see media or different trip meters, etc. on that right hand side. And in front of me, I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up, but like I say, that heads-up display, which you can see speed limit. If you've got Apple CarPlay or Android Auto on, it will actually display navigation from the Apple CarPlay, which is very clever. Not many cars actually do that. And then we've got these configurable M buttons, so M1 and M2, where you can adjust the drive settings, different settings on each button, so you can have lots of different options available at your fingertips, quite literally. And then these carbon fibre shift paddles behind the steering wheel here, it just beautifully finishes it all off. It's very adjustable as well. There is a lever under here, and I can move this up, backwards, forwards, and up and down. On the indicator stalk, we've got the automatic high beam button for those laser lights, so they will block individual cars out coming towards you. And being the laser lights, I know it's a fancy name for them, but they are much better than a lot of cars, matrix lights if you can call them that. They're very fast, very quick. You very rarely find yourself blinding anybody. And then on the left hand side we've got our cruise control buttons and our pilot assist functions, so you can choose the distance that it will keep you away from the car in front via those buttons down there. Coming across the centre, we do have a touch screen, but can also be controlled down the buttons on the centre down here. But if I go back onto the map there, you'll see a big navigation screen with live traffic, hence the green lines throughout some of the roads and the red lines, etc. It's a very clever system, and if I pop the car into reverse, we'll bring up the reverse camera on the left hand side and then our bird's eye view on the right hand side, and we can click on this bird's eye view and click on these different cameras to go around the car and just pull yourself into 3D view and drag yourself around the car wherever you would like to go. So there's lots of different options around here. You can see anything without hitting it. It's a very clever system. And the reverse assistant you might have just seen on the right hand side, reversing assistant allows the car to help park or reverse it back via the certain amount of distance that the car's recently covered. It's a very, very clever feature. And then if I come into the M menu, you can see this is where we can configure those red buttons on the steering wheel. So I can go into one of these, and there's a lot of different settings you can play around with. So anything from traction control, it's almost like an AMG GT with 10 different levels of drift control if you've got it in 2-wheel drive. So as I mentioned at the beginning, 4-wheel drive car, but you can drive it fully in 2-wheel drive if you wish to do so. So that's why, in our opinion, if you're buying one of these new M3s or M4s, there's no reason to buy a 2-wheel drive car because you can put the 4-wheel drive cars into 2-wheel drive anyway. Heated seats for the front 2 passengers. And then under the centre section here, we've got a wireless phone charging pad and 2 cup holders, and it's all beautifully adorned in carbon fibre, gloss carbon fibre everywhere you look. Again, some shortcut modes. So down here we've got our air scarf, so neck heating, so it will blow hot air from this section here onto your neck. So if you've got the roof down, even on a cold day, you can stay nice and warm. Our roof controls, some shortcut buttons, and some just features everywhere you look in this car. I will run the roof, and then after that we will show you the exhaust and wrap up the video for you. So I'll just shut the door and the roof will run up. Obviously a soft top on these new model BMW M4s, and a lot of manufacturers going that way now. So the new Mercedes SL is doing the same sort of thing, just to save weight because cars are getting heavier with all the new safety regulations. You can see the roof goes up nice and quickly. You can do that whilst you're moving as well. And then I will just open the door and I'll grab in the section here, so I'll show you remotely. I'll jump outside whilst the car's running actually, and we have a switch here, a remote, so we can control the valve. So the video may not pick it up, but I'm going to walk to the back as I've got the microphone on my chest, and if I press these buttons you may hear the valves changed, and I'll give it a small blip so you can hear the differences. But this is with the valves open, so it's quite a bit deeper, and if I press this button it's a different noise altogether. But a very clever system, very expensive exhaust system, and a nice feature to have fitted. And yeah, we'll now summarise this incredible car for you. It's been a very long video, but there's been lots to cover. In our opinion, the nicest new model M4 we've ever seen, whether it's coupe, convertible, whatever. It is the nicest one we have ever seen in the best colour combination with that Kayalmi Orange interior over the Sapphire Black Metallic on the outside, and just a huge, huge specification. My name's Ben. I hope the video's helped. Thank you very much for watching.